All right. Well, we are here at the Tatt Chat podcast studio, and I am here with.
Oh, me. That's me. You're here with me. I'm Jason Anthony.
Okay. What's your Instagram and what's your shop?
Jason Anthony Tattooer, Golden Rule Tattoo.
Okay. Same thing I do every other time. Just give everyone who's listening or watching a little rundown about who you are, what do you do, why do you do it, that kind of thing.
Oh man, it's really early for these questions. Jason Anthony. I've been tattooing for about 18 years.
God damn.
Coming up on January is going to be 19. Yeah. Taylor Ryan owns Fifth Estate out in was it Gilbert?
Mm-hmm.
He's the man that taught me how to tattoo. Worked at 3 shops, the final one being Golden Rule. I did Easy Tattoo, and it was Old Town Scottsdale back then.
Okay.
It was next to the place called the Billet Bar. It was, I think both of them, Easy moved, Billet Bar shut down, but I was there for like a year. And I was out on tour with one of my bands, and I get a text from a buddy. He's like, yo, you want to work at the new Urban Art that's in downtown Phoenix? I said, hell yeah, I want to work for Sage. That dude's cool as hell. So, got back into town, dropped my key off at Easy, started working at Urban Art. It was like, maybe it was Urban Art for a month. Maybe 2 weeks. And Sage pulled his backing, and now it's just a shop. Like, what are we going to do? So we named it Love and Hate.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where that was going. I was like, what shop is it?
Yep. It was,
okay.
It's Love and Hate. My boy Hefe, he named it. He's up in Iowa now. But, it was Love and Hate for, it's still Love and Hate.
I was going to say, I think it is still.
Yeah. Danny Ross has it now.
Okay.
He's a cool dude. Worked with him for a little bit while I was there. But, when I left Love and Hate, it was time to do my own thing. And I started Golden Rule as a private studio out in Mesa. Shane O'Sell was running Mastodon out in Mesa for at the time. And he had extra rooms that he would rent out to tattooers. And I was like, give me one of them rooms, man. Let me work out of these. So we agreed on terms, and that's when I opened Golden Rule. It was like that's the Golden Rule name started then.
So you were Golden Rule. So your little room that you had was Golden Rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little stamp with the name and the number on it, and then at Staples or whatever you could buy like perforated business cards. And I just stamped these blank business cards with Golden Rule Tattoo, and then I had a burner phone that I had because I did when people texted me my real number.
Yeah.
3 a.m. Bro, I got a great idea for it. No, that ain't me.
Okay.
I know what boundaries are. I'm gonna set them right now. So I started that little studio, and I had my boy John O'Hagan. I'd been in bands with him back in the early 2000s. This is probably around 08, late 07, 08.
I was in high school.
Cool. I'm older than you. That's how time works. So he's like, hey man, and he was a piercing apprentice when I worked at Love and Hate, and he was out of the piercing game. He's a real estate guy now, and he's like, hey man, let's open a shop for real. We always talk shit that we could do it better, and all this stuff. It was a different owner back then. It wasn't Danny. Danny's cool, but I said, well shit, let's start looking, man. That sounds fine to me. He's like, I want to bring my boy David on. Keen business acumen. I was like, all right. I didn't care for David at the time. First time I'd met him, we kind of butted heads a little bit, but I was like, if you're vouching for him, John, I'll trust you. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things where it's like, you know someone long enough, they're vouching for somebody. All right.
You're like, all right, I trust you. So
it's like, it's riding on you, bud. And it was funny because in the beginning, David and I, the way we communicate is so different. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm a very broad strokes kind of guy. Like, I'm like, I got the core concept. Cool. Let's move forward. Mm-hmm. David is very, detail oriented. He's like, how does it work? He wants to pick it apart.
Yeah.
So we butted heads a lot in the beginning. And John would have to, translate and media. It's, motherfucker, you're just saying the same thing. It's like, what? Okay.
But in, your form, though.
Yeah. It was really funny. So it was the 3 of us, and one of the big things in the beginning was David wasn't a tattooer, he wasn't a piercer, he wasn't in the game, and I was like, what's this fool gonna be up to, And turns out he's just really savvy businessman, He's a big part of the reason that Golden Rule is is as successful like on paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we own both of our buildings. Like, you know, he's a big part of that.
Yeah.
Just he's that kind of mind that.
What a guy, David.
David Maxwell, he's great.
What a guy.
He's a fire chief up at Daisy Mountain. That's his day job.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I know a lot of people get all like fucking aggro about like he's not a tattooer. He shouldn't be owning a shop. But it's like, hey, are you a business person? Should you be owning a business?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't know. There's two ways to look at that.
Do they have like a partnership in it, or are you the owner? Are you a co-owner, or how's
We're
that work?
co-owners.
Oh, nice. Okay. Obviously I didn't know. I don't know the breakdown of it.
Not everybody knows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We're co-owners.
So you're kind of like the face of it though, because obviously
For
people
sure.
look at you as the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And John actually opted for his buyout a couple years back. We left on good terms. It was time for him to move on and do other things. He like does jujitsu a lot. He's got a real estate brokerage. He's got a young daughter and stuff that he's raising. So he's like, I got a lot of plates I'm spinning. And it's like, you don't.
So now it's you and David.
It's me and David. Yeah,
okay.
It's me and David. It's a funny thing now because it's like me and David now click. Like it's a machine now, man. It's like,
hey, I will say this. I feel like it happens all the time. And I was talking to someone else about it on another podcast. Is the people that you thought you wouldn't like or you didn't get along at first, surprisingly sometimes it hits.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get along, but there's a reason why you guys didn't get along. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, oh, I don't fucking like this guy.
Right.
But once it meshes like better than normal.
It really
compared to the people where you first meet them and you guys click right off the bat. It doesn't always work out like that.
For sure. That's absolutely 100%
you know what I'm talking about?
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people when I first meet them and I'm like, we're the coolest people ever. And then I'm like, dude, I hate that motherfucker.
I don't think I can bring myself to say I hate anybody. Actually, I'll come back to that. But yeah, so it's been me and David for the past couple of years here.
How long has Golden Rule been open outside of your studio? Like your private studio you have?
We opened to the public on July 3rd, 2009. It was a first.
God damn.
It was a first Friday, I believe. And then I think it was right. Like Revolver Records used to be down there, and I used to like, oh, they opened a day before us, so we always kind of like, we've been here X amount, and they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Crazy. So first of all, you've been tattooing 19 years. Okay.
Coming up on 19.
So I was 10 years old when, that's cool.
Yeah. It's crazy because, like.
You don't think of it like that.
You're crushing the game, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Dude, you're doing, like, you clean fucking tattoos. It took me a long time to get to that point, you know?
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm like, when am I going to start getting good?
Dude, I'm the same way. It's nice when someone compliments me because I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm not awful? That's tight.
You're not awful.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That fucking screen piece you were working on at the convention was sick, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
thanks.
that was
Definitely
cool.
not like my, typical tattoo, but it's actually
caught my eye from across the room.
That's my apprentice. And so she's
shit.
into stuff that, isn't necessarily my niche.
Sure.
So when she wants something, I'm like, I'll do it, but just know it's not my thing.
Right. But
it's
also a testament to your skill level.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's like I don't normally do this, but let me do this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I've tattooed her twice now, and both tattoos I was like, I can do it.
You sure?
But,
You sure?
You see my stuff every day. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's a lot. I'll send people to other tattooers.
Yes. Oh no! What happened to my mic?
Plug it back in.
I muted it. I muted it. I muted my mic. I pushed the button with my elbow.
Do you want to redo that?
No, dude. We're running it. This is how you know Tatt Chat is raw.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
All right.
You know what I mean? There's no big deal. But yeah, that's exactly it. I'm not saying that I can't do it. It's just I'm not familiar with it. So when I do that kind of stuff, it's not like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go do a portrait tomorrow. That's not happening. I know some people do that, but I'm the same. But dude, I know portrait artist. I'll just send you over there compared to fuck you up.
Right.
I always tell people my reference is literally like, hey, you might want a picture of your mom. I'm gonna tattoo it and it's gonna look like your uncle. Cause I don't fucking know. It's just not my thing. It's not what I'm into. It's not. Yeah, dude. I can't even. Dude, I don't even draw portraits yet alone tattoo it.
Right. Well, coming up like Love and Hate, it was kind of a street shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
everything,
dude. You just what came in, and the guy that owned it at the time, it was like, you're gonna tattoo this. I was like, all right. And at the time, I was still a young, hungry tattooer.
So you were all about it.
I was all about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never done a portrait. Let's try this shit out. Are we just making it look like that? Cool. We'll see what happens.
It'll look kind of like it.
It looks, and honestly, it's like I had high school art and stuff like that, and graphic design in college because it was a small town and there wasn't anything like what I actually wanted to do.
Yeah.
I had kind of like an art base already, you know. I know it sounds silly, but it's like, wouldn't you have an art base if you're a tattooer? It's like, not necessarily.
Dude, fuck no.
It's not necessarily.
I never even doodled.
No way.
I have absolutely, I tell everybody this all the time, and that's just what it is. I have absolutely zero artistic background.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, technically sound tattooer.
I am a tattooer.
I have told people that all the time, where it's like, I've seen people who have drawn since they could hold a pencil and cannot grasp the concept that is tattooing.
Yep.
And then I've seen people that don't draw a fucking thing and they crush it.
Yep.
One of the first ones that I saw was like, that motherfucker doesn't draw anything. He's like, you pick it off the wall or you bring it in and I'll trace it. And it was Dave Ritchie.
Oh my, bro, this is, okay, I know the guy, but goddamn, this is the third podcast that motherfucker's been brought up.
That's because he's such a person. You've met him.
Yeah,
I know
he is.
Is such a big personality, whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Dave.
Yeah. Oh, I know he watches. I know he watches.
Dave is a great guy.
Mentioned, you know what I mean?
I learned a lot from Dave, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah.
You know, and one was hustle. That boy got hustle.
Hey, listen. Literally, Manny was just on here.
I love Manny. I saw it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. He said
the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, he apprenticed.
But he was like, but that's what he said, though. He was like, legit, dude. Like, he taught, like, you know, that it's more than tattooing. It's fucking, you know, customer service and make the money and then yada, yada. So he was, like, giving mad props. Obviously, that was actually his mentor, but, like, he said that specifically it wasn't even necessarily tattooing that he learned. He learned everything else.
Right.
And then just went with it. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I remember when Manny was apprenticing and we're all like, oh, he's learning from Dave. Well, I mean, he's going to learn it, but it's that motherfucker had him doing like his first tattooers with like a tight 3 and shit.
Dude, he still does that. Dave,
the thing is,
Dave, listen, I don't care if you're listening to this. Literally like 2 or 3 years ago, someone was working for him and was like, dude, he's yelling at me because I'm using like, you know, 9s, 11s, or 14s. He's like, nah, dude, do that traditional tattoo with the fucking tight 5. And I'm like, you're fucking tripping. Yeah. You're fucking off your rocker.
I'll tell you what.
You were off your fucking rocker.
But look at Manny. Look at Manny now.
So
that
good.
Motherfucker puts
he's
in a
so
clean
good,
piece,
he's so
dude.
Good.
But yeah, where are we going with that?
There is no method to this. That's the best part.
Heard.
Okay,
but yeah, it was like, yeah. So Love and Hate was like a street shop. So it was like we just, you know, whatever came in the door, you know. And yeah, I learned a lot of chops there. I learned a lot of like dealing with people. And just that hustle, you know, I just learned how to sell a tattoo. You know, if somebody's walking into a tattoo shop, they're gonna spend money. And are you gonna be the one to make that money,
or is someone else gonna get that money,
or are you gonna talk them out of it? I've seen tattooers talk themselves out of money. I'm just like, I just want to scream.
See, dude, no name has been mentioned.
No, I don't mention, dude. You want a fucking list? Because there's so many motherfuckers I will see.
I've seen it, and it's like bad, bro. It's one thing. It's one thing, right? You're Americana traditional tattooer, and someone wants a portrait, and you're like, yo, dude, it's just not my thing.
Go see my boy.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But I've seen people, and they do realism, and someone wants, I want this realistic tattoo, and it's super sick, but it is hard. And they're like, are you sure we can like, we can mix it up a little bit?
Dude, I've done it.
You know what I mean? To simplify it or make it a little easier. And I get it. But I'm like, dude, you just got $200 for a $1,200 tattoo that you could have made because you wanted to simplify it and make it easier. And I get it. You made the $200. You could have made $1,200.
Yeah,
$1,200.
Talking themselves out of money or just talking people out the door.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, my God.
Dude, and as a shop owner.
I was going to say, as an owner, that shit will fucking, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'll step in a lot of times.
Oh, yeah, dude. Someone in the shop can do it.
Someone in the shop can do it.
If you don't want to do it, if you're going to complain, I'll give it to the person who won't complain, who will take the money and make me money.
Right. Well, the thing about it is like, we're not a slow shop. So people don't mind like, oh, no, go see Jen. She'll take good care of you there. Yeah. You know, shit. You know, go see John. You know, he's a walk-in guy. That motherfucker, all he does is walk-ins. That's all he does. You know, or, you know, people don't mind doing the thing where it's like, I can't do that, but somebody else in the, you know, we got fucking 17 tattooers here. One of us can do it. And they're really good about like keeping it. I'm buzzing now. Do you hear that?
It's because you're.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be good. You'll be good. See, if you talk more direct and you don't talk as much like this, it won't come in and out. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna deep throat this mic. Shit, fucking Christ Almighty. Okay. But yeah, it's but people are who they are, and it's like if they're lazy, then they're gonna be lazy, and if they are lazy, they're not gonna make money, and I don't know, like. See,
I'm a dick though. Like if you're lazy and you're not gonna make money, that means you're not making me money.
That's I hear you. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about that
too much. That's the thing though. Is it's not the money part. I guess it's more of like everyone else is doing something, everyone else is hustling, everyone else is doing,
pull your weight.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So that dark cloud that's in the corner that doesn't want to do anything, man, I'm sorry. If you're a tattooer and one, you're not taking in tattoos or you're talking them out of it, and you're not at least in the corner trying to paint or draw some shit, why the fuck are you there? Dude, like that shit makes me so.
John O'Hagan he has this theory where he's like the slowest artist in the shop is going to be the loudest and the most much of a problem. Those words didn't make sense.
I got what you meant. I got what you meant. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, it's like, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how slow they are or how not slow they are. It's like they're going to be the loudest one. And it's like, it's been proven time and time and time. I was like, God damn it, that motherfucker's right. I was like, fuck. I didn't want him to be right.
It's happening and you're like, oh, fuck.
It's like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess then again, my mindset might be a little bit more like extra because again, I have no artistic background, so I had to work harder. I had to, I had to put more hours to paper.
Right.
So when I'm not tattooing, that's what I should be doing.
Right.
That's why. So I guess my mindset is if you're not tattooing, but yet you're sitting in the fucking tattoo shop, you better be doing something tattoo related.
It's easy to get on that phone and just scroll now. It's like, dude, don't do that in the shop.
Literally yesterday, I literally yelled at like 3 people in my shop.
Oh man,
because I'm like, dude, the fuck are you doing? Like my apprentice was one of them. I go in the back and she's just sitting here on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? You are in the shop. Do something that has to do with tattooing. Draw fucking. She's like, I'm responding to people. Motherfucker, respond to people and draw. Do something like, you know what I mean? My girl was watching a movie, and I'm like, you can watch a movie and draw. Like, come on.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's Emily Wright as my apprentice right now. That girl hustles. That girl's always painting. She's painted more Flash in her apprenticeship than I have in my entire career.
That's sick,
dude. She's always sick. She's producing imagery, and I'm just like, it's like, I'm glad I didn't have to teach you that,
dude. Honestly,
that's nothing to do with me. That is her own hustle.
If you keep your artistic ability so high and always growing, your tattoo ability will do the exact same thing.
Oh, 100%.
So if you're not doing it, you're not getting better. And that's coming from a tattooer, not a tattoo artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it comes and goes in waves too, though. Like sometimes I'm just like, I'm not feeling this shit.
But you've also been doing it for almost fucking 20 years.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
At one point, do you be like, you know what? I'm going to tattoo today, and that's it. I'm not going to do nothing else. I'm going to tattoo, go home, have a beer. You know what I mean?
I don't like beer.
I earned it. I don't drink beer either.
I don't like beer. Yeah. But it comes and goes in waves. Like, and right now I feel like I'm in a really creative spot.
Tight.
Like I just feel like super fucking jazzed on it. Just
well, you've been trying new stuff too.
I've been. I have been trying new stuff. I went to that Yogi Barrett seminar out in Georgia.
Yes.
That's a cool motherfucker. That was a great seminar, and it's like I went there because I was like, how's this guy do his fucking realism? What the fuck's he doing? He's like 5 steps. Fuck you, 5 steps.
Yeah.
It ain't 5 steps. It's 5 steps. And it's not as hard as you think, but it's just like, you tricky bastard.
Yeah.
Like
once it breaks down,
especially
it's like, in the 5 fucking steps.
But I tell you what, I used to talk a lot of shit about realism tattooers. Like it's like, you're just tracing shit. You fucking tracers. And I'd be talking shit, and then actually my first color portrait was an accident. I was doing a Han Solo portrait on my boy Sergio, and I was like, I'm gonna do it illustrative, but kind of try to follow the photo, and I'm following the photo. It wasn't very big, so that might have been why it was easier to do realism. I don't know. I'm new to this shit, so fuck it. So I'm doing it. I was like, this is turning into a color portrait. What the fuck is
Run
going? And then I couldn't replicate it. Like I don't like magic struck. It's like
it came when you weren't wanting it.
Right. But so I was like, maybe those realism guys aren't fucking full of shit. Maybe they're not just tracers. And it's like, and the more I got into it, the more it's like, I kind of don't know what I'm doing. And I mean, I pulled it off, but you know, they're good looking tattoos out there. But it's like, this is not as easy. This is not as like easy as like looking at a photograph and just like, oh, I'm just gonna copy that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god,
there's more to it.
There's so much more to it, and it's like your color palette just explodes. It's like, well, I need all this other shit. Like,
well, the fuck do I need this tone? Oh,
it's like you add 5 drops of white and you got this next one. It's like whatever. Just buy it, just fucking so it's consistent or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to that seminar and it was really awesome. And it kind of like, and I was kind of feeling this like kind of creative kind of like resurgence in me anyway.
Nice.
And then this popped up and I hit him up. He hit me back a couple months later and did the thing. And I've just been like, I don't know, trying to up my game again. You know, it's like, I've been doing it for 18 years, but it's like you young bucks coming up and I'm like, God damn it, I guess I got to get back to work.
At least you're doing that.
Well, I mean,
dude, I will easily. I mean, everyone here is watching or listening knows who I am. I will easily talk shit to the old cats that have been tattooing 10 plus years who are still stuck in the exact same way they tattooed 10 years ago, even though people have been tattooing 2, 3, 4 years will eat them alive.
Dude,
things change, man. You have to, dude. Manny said it the same thing. He's like, bro, I respect the old times. I respect what they used to do, but that shit sucked. This shit is better. It has evolved. You have to evolve with it or you're stuck, dude. You're way back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was weird, like having old cats come into the shop, like when we first opened up. These old cats coming in the shop being like, oh, yeah, I've been tattooing 18 years. And I'd flip through a book and I'd be like, what have you been doing for the past 15 years?
Exactly.
That's weird. And it was like, as a young tattooer, it was weird. And for sure, looking back, I opened up my shop way before I should have in my career. I was only been in the game like 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was the time, like it was the like opportunity.
You needed it at the time. You just needed to do it.
You know, and it's been working. I'm doing all right.
There you go. Cool. All right. So you just brought up opening up a shop way too early.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just so young as a tattooer. Like not as a person. I got a late start in tattooing. I didn't start tattooing until I was like 29.
Oh shit.
I know, right? So yeah, I was like maybe 35, 34 when the shop came around.
Do you think that opening up a shop is based on years of or what do you think it should be based on? Because there's like all levels to it. Dude, so many people opening.
There are a lot of levels to it. I think years of experience, like just experience in the game, have a lot to do with it. And of course, we were like rolling like 2 or 3 years down the line, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I mean, and luckily I had some, like, you know, John and David were around. They carried a lot of weight, you know. They made a lot so I could just be a tattooer and be in the shop.
Which is tight.
And set the vibe and stuff like that, you know. So they did a lot of the back end stuff. So, but I was working the shop. I was like, you know, I was there every day, fucking doing the damn thing, and you know, keeping the crew fed, and you know, doing my appointments and stuff. And
you said that you were tattooing for 5 years when you opened. All right. So what if I told you I'd been tattooing for 2 years when I opened?
See, and I would believe you. I
was tattooing 2 years.
Because when we used to fucking like joke and stuff about like out in. And I don't even know if it's like this, but people would like talk shit about like, oh, all them Glendale artists. It's like they got an apprentice that is with them for 3 months and then opens their own shop across the street. Okay. You know, and it was like, because Glendale was just popping off. With
absolutely.
Yeah, they didn't have like the regulations that everybody thought Phoenix had. Which, if I'm not mistaken, Dick Goldman, who used to own Blue Dragon, which became Urban Art, which became Love and Hate. If I'm not mistaken, and I might be, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but he started a rumor that Phoenix was locked down for tattoo shops. Like the entire city of Phoenix was locked down for tattoo shops. And he started that rumor to keep people from opening in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And he was like one of the only shops, like him and like Crawling Squid. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not up to date on my Phoenix tattoo history, you know, that goes back like before 99, you know, which is when I got to Arizona. But so he starts this rumor. Well,
it worked.
It worked. It fucking worked. David and John and me get on the scene, and we're like, all right, let's see what we can do, you know. And I was really, really focused on being on Roosevelt Row, you know. I mean, and this is before any of those high rises were down there. You know, it was all still empty lots and stuff. Yeah. But it was that art walk was down there, you know, when it was still way more art based. Now it's a cool street fair. Like, we have fun, but it's less art. It's more like, oh, there's some food, some crafts. You know?
Because it was like almost like an art district for a long time.
Oh,
I do know that.
Very. It was like the independent art district, and I was like, that's the spot, guys. You know, we got to be there.
I want to be there. Yeah.
We got to be there. But so David and John start digging around in like city code and fucking zoning and stuff like that, and they're like, it's not locked down. You just have to zone correctly.
Yeah. You just got to be in the right spot.
You got to be in the right spot, and you're probably gonna have to do like, you know, neighborhood meetings, village committee meetings, and then eventually up to the city hearing, like the city planning committee or whatever, you know. Yeah. And you just got to do a lot of legwork.
Extra work, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. And it took us about 18 months, I think, to actually open the first shop.
Okay.
Like a minute. A fucking minute.
Yeah,
you know? It was like...
But you were like, I want to be there, end of story, so I will do the legwork and make it work.
Right, and we did. And that's exactly what we did. And we ran it as we still ran it as a private studio back then, but it was me and my boy, Christopher Robin. And he runs a private studio, Twin Sons, I think it's opening up pretty soon. He's a big Star Wars fan, so... Nice. Twin Sons of Tatooine.
I don't know what that is, but all right.
That's okay. It's okay that you're not cultured, sir.
Whatever. Okay, so pretty much opening up a shop should be based on like years of experience, but sometimes it works out and it doesn't.
Dude, sometimes it works out. It worked out for us.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's, I mean, that's why it's like there's so many paths to the same end. You know, what is that? A Buddhist philosophy or something? Probably. I've heard it somewhere. I didn't make it up. But look at Jonathan Penchoff, tattooer, Earth Grasper is what his handle is. That boy's self-taught. Like, he didn't have an apprenticeship. Like, and he was self-taught, and he's a fucking he's a rock star now. You know, he's a fucking worldwide fucking rock star. Good for him. Self-taught.
Yeah.
You didn't have an apprenticeship, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. I mean, Jonathan's not a piece of shit anymore.
see, that's the thing. So that's the thing. So that and that's why I like having like some younger cats on here, but older cats as well. Obviously, at that time, you know, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, not having an apprenticeship, you were a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
fucking scratcher.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah.
Nowadays, it's so different. It's so different.
And I think that's a lot of carryover from before that with all like the kitchen wizards and stuff like that, where it's like, I mean, and to be sure, there are a lot of shitty home-taught kitchen wizards out there.
Yes.
There are a lot of them, and I don't want to take any spotlight off of the shitty tattooer out there, because they're out there. And if you're not like Jonathan was like going around to shops and hanging out in shops and trying to figure it out, and he was trying to learn, and he was like he was seeking out information. And I think now with the internet, it's like learning about bloodborne pathogens and cross-contamination, sterilization, sanitation techniques is so much easier now.
See, and I think but that's the thing though, is I also think that's the issue. So the scratchers and shit like that are people who don't want to go learn. Because I was going to say, I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
But I'm only self-taught because at the time, no tattoo shop were trying to take on someone because they didn't want to share the knowledge.
Sure.
I'm from Seattle, and people in Seattle are fucking bougie, and they don't want to share shit. I probably went to 50 shops, 60, 70, 80 shops trying to get an apprenticeship, and people were like, yeah, we're not trying to teach someone stuff. Like, why should we teach you? And I was even at that time like, yo, dude, I would walk into a tattoo shop and be like, listen, I want to learn how to tattoo. I've done a couple. I fucking suck. But let me tell you my fucking mental state. Like, I'm going to make it happen. Like, trust me. You know what I mean? No. I actually moved to Arizona because I wanted to learn. And it was so saturated. Like, I literally looked that up. And I'm like, I can learn here. Watch. I can learn here. Walked into a tattoo.
Arizona.
Dude, I literally Googled hottest place in the United States.
Did you?
2 weeks later, I moved here.
Fuck you.
I walked right in. Listen. 2 weeks later, I moved here. I lived in an apartment called Ranchwood in Glendale, right next to West Phoenix Tattoo Supply.
Oh, yeah.
Not a great area.
No.
My neighbor got shot. Yeah, that was tight.
That happens.
And rode a bicycle because broke as fuck. Went to Artistic Tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, I fucking suck. I'm trying to learn. Take me on. Coincidentally, there's this one kid there that was like, I like this motherfucker. they hired me right on the spot, and I tattooed that first day.
Shut your ass.
No one taught me shit. They hired me on the spot right then and there.
Jesus.
And don't get me wrong, like at the time, now I'm looking at it like, God damn, you guys are idiots. Because, you know, I sucked. I was so bad.
I hear your words.
But they gave me the opportunity, though.
That's cool.
And it's not even there. The building's not even there anymore, dude. That's crazy.
Oh, I know. They just tore it down.
Yeah, that's wild. I drove by like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, holy fuck. Took a video in the parking lot and everything. I was like, yo, this is where I fucking started. Like, literally where I started.
God, that building was a piece of shit.
Dude, yeah. It could have been tight. The spot, how it was set up, it could have been really cool.
It had good bones.
Yeah, it did. It did. Just how they did, how it went about, I don't know. I don't even know I know there's still a shop from what I heard. Someone told me. But
yeah,
somewhere
Artistic
else.
just moved down the street. They're like,
I don't even know who owns it. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not up to date on my fucking Phoenix history.
I just know it's not the same people when I
Is that homie that owned that dude that owned Superior Tattoo Supply?
No, yeah. So that was his father. So is it the son?
Yeah.
Okay. Never met the dude.
I don't think I've
never met the dude. I met the pops.
Heard.
The pops was the owner still at the time when I was there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I might have met that dude, but I was Kevin Leary. He's tattoos up at Great Lakes in Chicago. He said one of the most honest things about me that anyone has ever said, and he said the second time I met Jason was the first time he met me, and that's so true. Because it's like I would just like, and I to this day people come, what's up, Jason? I'll be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I know you.
We've met.
I know we've met.
Yeah.
I know it. You know, probably. And I apologize. It's not that I'm not trying to be like fucking nose in the air. I'm not trying to be like I'm ignoring people or like people aren't important because they really are. I mean, really, they are. It doesn't land. I mean, they just skids
dude,
right off.
I would be a liar if I didn't say I was the same, but in a different sense. Like for instance, like people always ask me like who do you like look up to? Like who's like, and I'm like, yeah. Because it's not like that.
Right.
Like I get the way I look at it is if I am so focused on who I look up to or so who else tattoos or whatever, I'm gonna like duplicate them or come off like them or whatever it is. So like I kind of stay in my own lane. So it's kind of hard. So same thing with meeting people.
Dude, that's real. That's cool.
But you know what I mean though? I'm not saying, dude, there are amazing tattooers out there. There's a lot of artists I follow. I think people are super. Dude, Manny's like one of my favorite tattooers.
Dude, Manny's sick.
He's the first person I've ever spoke to in Arizona.
I believe you.
Like legit. Like I messaged him while I was living in Washington saying, hey, I'm coming to Arizona. I'm going to learn how to tattoo. Just watch. Swear to God, he'll tell you.
I believe you.
So
I believe you.
There are cool people out there that are really dope. I just don't want to focus on who I look up to or who I want to be like because it's never going to happen.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Create your own path.
Not with that attitude.
No, it's not. I don't want to be someone else.
That's a good attitude.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm going to be the fucking best of the best, but I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to be influenced by 70 other people because of it.
Sure.
So
you're influenced by somebody, whether or not you know it.
I guess that's kind of the point of it, though. That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't want to be.
You don't want to draw a straight line from you to this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So like people be like, oh, like who do you like kind of tattoo like? And I'm like,
it's a curvy line to that person.
Woo. You know what I mean? But there's like I always tell people like if I really had to choose, like Mike Chambers is one of my favorite tattooers.
Mike Chambers,
just because it's super, it's clean. I like that kind of shit. It's not anything extraordinary. Like it's not the craziest, coolest shit I've ever seen. But it is solid as fuck.
Well built tattoos, man.
Yeah, and I'm into tattoo application, so I'm not into tattoos that are like really. Like, oh man, that tattoos. The idea is really cool.
Sure.
Like I just like badass tattoos that are just. You look at it and you're like solid. Done. Tattoo application to a T right there.
Dude, yeah. Who was that dude that won fucking Best of Day on Saturday at the Arizona Invitational?
Oh, Smiley.
Smiley, is that his name?
Yeah.
That dude's sick.
So dope.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Smiley, fuck you.
Dude, good fucking job. Yeah. And I threw one in there for Best of Day. You know, I was really proud of it. I was like, yeah, this is good. This has got a chance. No, fucking no, it
Smiley,
doesn't.
Dude, he's one of the few artists who can do everything too. He can do a little bit of everything. It's pretty tight.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I don't mind losing to someone that won.
Sick.
Dude, I was like, yep.
Hey, dude, I was honestly, I'm going to put it out there because I don't give a fuck. So he won Best of the Day 2 days in a row.
I believe you.
There.
Did you do this on Sunday too?
Yeah.
With that Pharaoh?
Yeah.
That thing was sick.
So he entered Best of Show.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard from a little birdie whispering that they didn't give him Best of Show because he had only won Best of the Day twice.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not judging that show.
Yeah.
I wasn't judging it.
Yeesh.
I'm not going to chime in on that at all because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what won Best of Show.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, you haven't seen the tattoo. Yeah. I had heard it a couple times and I was like, it sucks that politics and shit like that does happen, because it does. It really does. I've seen a tattoo just fucking do fantastic. Or I've seen an artist. I saw an artist a couple conventions ago. He got first and second in a category. Well, to find out, he got first, second, and third. But they were like, we're not giving the same fucking person 3 trophies. It's just not happening. So they gave it to the next runner-up. And I'm like, dude, if he had 3 tattoos that were the best, those were the 3 fucking tattoos that were the best.
Right.
And they legit didn't give him the third. So it was like a giant thing. He posted a video of it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. But Smiley's so dope that, like, I feel like, I don't know, if you're going to get, if it's the best one, you should give it to him. Because that shit's sick.
Yeah.
That,
but also at the end of the day, it's like putting in stuff in the competition and winning a trophy. That's cool. That's not why I'm tattooing.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't show your worth. It doesn't show your worth.
Right. It's like, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I like having trophies on the shelf. I got a few of them, you know, but it's not. I don't think I'm the best tattooer in Phoenix by a long shot.
Yeah.
I'm solid. I do well, you know, but it's like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's like, and sometimes I'll try. I was like, I'm going to do a big, long session. We'll put it in best of day. It'll be fun. Come on, let me tattoo you for 57 hours straight. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's not,
and then it's not
that's
fun.
hyperbola. I would never do that. You know, and it's like, I've done that a couple of times, you know, it's like, this will be fun. Let's try this, you know, and it's like, and I'm trying new stuff too. You know? It's like that Aragorn piece I did at Hell City, you know, previous invitation, I did a Catwoman that I was really proud of. Okay. It fucked up, but anyway, that's another long story. It was just some of that numbing cream stuff.
Yeah.
And I was, and we reapplied it and stuff. So
oh no,
I know. I felt bad. The guy Ahmed, he's fucking awesome. Like he's like let me fix it and stuff like that. And like he's a G, man.
I've had a couple where I tried like a new cream or whatnot, and they did not do well. And I'm glad that I did do them on the clients that are like so dope.
Right.
Like they were like, listen, dude, we tried some shit that's foreign. We don't fucking know.
Right.
Let's just fix it up when we get to go. So I've had that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like for the trophies and shit, that's what I was going to say too, is it doesn't show your worth. But this is one thing I was going to say. You're like, oh, it's fun. I like it because, and that's why I do it all the time, is because I do something different. Right? So I will do something different, and then I'll enter that tattoo that I did something that I normally don't do. And if it does well, then I'm like, okay, it might work. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I try to do with,
you know what I mean? They try to get better. People outside sources are looking at it like, oh, he's just trying to get fucking trophies and blah, blah, blah. Hell yeah. I mean, the trophies are tight. It makes my shop booked as fuck.
Right.
Clients like it.
Oh, it's good
but
marketing.
It's way more like, okay, I didn't fucking place this time. I got to do something better. Or I did place. I want to do something better. Or I got third. How do I get first? You know what I mean? So like, it's more of a fight with myself. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I try not to get too bent out of shape when it's like, I thought I was better than that guy.
Yeah.
But well, you know, it's cool.
I'll just go back and do a better tattoo.
Just go back and do a better tattoo.
Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah. If you want to be the first one, then do a better tattoo.
Yeah.
You know? Or be cooler, because a lot of times people, it's like, oh, that's my homie. I'm going to fucking give him the trophy. I've seen that happen too. Where it's like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Be cooler then.
Yeah.
Just be a cooler person.
It's funny you say that too, because I had
remember people's names and maybe they'll fucking
this guy. It's funny you say that too. Someone had been like had made a comment and I had overheard it too, and they were just like, man, they must fucking be friends with Don Don. That's some bullshit. Because I had won a few. I'm like, do you realize how many people don't like me? This is not politics.
It's funny.
They don't like me.
I've heard a lot of people talk shit about you.
So like, tell me how they were like, you know what, Don Don did this, so he must win. Motherfucker, if they knew it was mine, they probably wouldn't have chose it.
Probably.
I tell my clients to like, don't hang around my booth. Don't come near me. You don't know me. Go enter it. So that way, there's no politics. They can't be like, nope, fuck this. Because I did have it happen, and I got it on video once.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude, it was at Hell City, Ohio.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one of the judges, it was between first and second place, and she had 2 cards left. And Derb knows about it. I don't even care. I'm not hiding it. We already talked about it. But there was 2 cards left, and it was from one artist. So she had 2 left. My person was already 1 card higher than second place, so she was already ahead. Well, the lady went up there, yada, yada, yada. Then she's like, all right, like, who did that? That's just dope. And my client said it, and she instantly grabbed the cards and gave them both to the other person. I have it on video, bro. It's fucking awful. It's so bad.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, come on. At Hell City, I almost had it. I almost fucking had it. So we fucking entered it in Phoenix and won. And that judge wasn't there.
There you go.
So I was like, fuck you then.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
I get it.
But I was saying, as I was saying, is you can't sit there and say, oh, you know, people Oh, Don won because, he knows someone. I'm probably one of the most disliked tattooers ever. So these motherfuckers probably wouldn't choose me. You know what I mean? So I think it's so funny when people say like, oh, well, fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you don't know who the fuck that is. That person hates me. We do not get along whatsoever.
Right. Well,
you're like, yeah, here all the time. People hate you.
People, I mean, not all the time, but I've just, people talk shit. Fucking, I'm like, oh, well, whatever. But I met you, and you're like, he seems cool to me. Fucking.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like we never like had any like thing bad. We're just in passing.
Yeah,
we just
met. There's a lot of goddamn tattooers in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. You pass up a lot.
Yeah,
there's probably a lot of cool motherfuckers out there that I don't know.
We were talking about with Manny as well last time. We were talking about like, he's obviously I have met him way early on, like my first year of tattooing. I had like met him in person, Manny.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, yeah, you're kind of, you're a little extra, you know what I mean? But like, I don't fucking know you, you know what I mean?
Right.
And now he's like, now that I've gotten like sit down with you, shit, everything just makes sense. So when someone says something about you or talk shit, now I'm like, you guys just don't know this motherfucker. So you might have heard stuff, but you don't know me. And when have you ever sat down with me for fucking more than 2 seconds and been like, had a conversation, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So people be judging based on like the words they're hearing and shit like that. Sure, you know what I mean?
Sure. But I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah, every industry, not just us. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I'm sure people talk shit about me playing.
I've never heard anything.
That's great.
Look at you.
I love to hear that.
Look at you.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't bother me.
I wish there was more people on here that I did hear bad stuff about, but I don't.
Well,
maybe I'm just too busy like them talking shit about me.
You just get some shitty people in here. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get someone that no one likes.
No one likes.
Who's the most hated tattooer you know? Don't fucking say me. I'll be pissed.
I don't know, man. I don't think of things in that. And I don't get involved in that.
I think Baba was on my show. He's probably the one person that most people don't like the most. You know who Baba is?
Yeah.
I think, and he knows it. And he knows it.
I can see that.
Yeah, he knows. He said it like 10 times on the podcast.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, if you don't like me, fuck you and your mom. I was like, tell him.
That's weird. Because if you don't like me, he's like, well, carry on, I guess. I don't care. Like, it's not a big deal. I think it's weird when people like make that a part of their personality. Like, people don't like me and fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like that's part of your personality you're gonna lean on, and like that's the part.
Yeah.
It's like, people don't like me, and there's been plenty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a bummer. I'm gonna go play Skyrim.
I don't
give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna go draw a dragon with a wizard.
Just doing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baba definitely is like a you don't like me, go fuck yourself kind of dude for sure. And don't get me wrong, I have part of that in me, but mine's more of like a you don't like me because you don't know me. So like I tell it to everybody, I'm like, dude, if you have an experience with me, if you talk with me, you hang out, like right now, if you were to leave this and you go to your shop and be like, dude, I hate Don. At least you have something to go off of. You know what I mean? You actually had
a very pleasant conversation. Fuck that guy.
But you know what I mean? Though you would actually know. You'd be like, okay, I had an experience with him. This is why I don't like him. Most of these people, never.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm the kind of guy that always like, if I have a weird experience with somebody, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna walk over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be next.
I don't know this motherfucker.
It's like, yeah. I kind of had to do that this weekend. I was in Denver. I went and saw King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard at Red Rocks.
Nice.
And that was phenomenal. And my boy Mark Peoples was up there. We had a good And I was mad at Mark for a little bit, but we reconciled and had a great night. But he had a homie there that was like, he was extra. And I was smoking a lot of weed. I was on a lot of mushrooms. I was like, I cannot handle you right now. So I had to switch. I was like, Mark, we got to switch. You keep doing you, dude. Have a great time. I can't be next to you.
Yeah.
I got to be over here. And I think he felt bad because he kept passing me joints all night. I was like, thanks, bud.
Just do that, but less annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, no, he chilled the fuck out. Yeah, I moved. I was like, hey, no, keep doing you, man. Keep doing you. But I can't be in the middle of you two.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's what I just try to like, we're going to
just remove yourself from the situation.
It's like, your vibes are off.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever hippie shit.
And you were with Mark? I like that guy. I actually really like Mark.
I really like Mark too. I was mad at him.
Mark.
He knows.
He listens.
I believe you.
He listened to every single one.
We also talked about that. But like, Golden Rule Tattoo, when we started off, we were at 120 East Roosevelt. And we worked that spot for 10 years.
Oh, yeah. That's where they are, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It's business. You know, at the end of the day.
Do you think that shop's there because of that, or they just like the area? Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
they told me.
They were like, you guys were killing it. We're gonna take it.
You crushed it here. Everybody knows this is a good shop, so we're gonna open up. And I was like, at first, my first draft feelings were very like, huh. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, man, that's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
I just I felt a little backstabbed, you know. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it didn't hurt us.
Yeah.
Like we left that one. We got out of our lease. We were like we weren't allowed to like renew the lease.
Yeah.
And two, we bought a building.
Yeah. You guys were growing.
We were growing, and we leveled up. You know, so it literally didn't hurt us at all. It was just a little bit of
I feel like as a friend though, like if that's your friend, it makes sense.
They also, I mean, him and Wyatt told me about it.
Yeah. They didn't like sneak it through.
They didn't sneak it through, but it was like they kind of dropped it on me, like after breakfast one day, and I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's a smart business move on them.
It's a smart business move on them.
I like them. I like both of them.
I do honestly, too. But I was mad. I was still mad, and I was like, and I knew I wasn't going to stay mad forever.
Yeah.
But I was still mad.
Yeah,
and I was like, Mark and me would like text a little bit, but I was still kind of like, you stay over there for right now, dude. Like I'm still mad at you.
Yeah.
And then I knew we were both going to this Gizzard show, and
so you guys had just reconciled in a way.
Like this weekend.
Crazy.
Like we've really like run into each other and stuff, but it's been a little bit awkward and stuff. Okay. I was like, you know, and but this weekend I was like, you know what, man, it's time.
Yeah,
it's time to just squash
That's sick, dude.
And yeah, we talked a little bit. I was like, I knew I wasn't going to stay mad at you forever. And he said, I didn't. I was like,
he thought you were, yeah.
Well, he didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know. We weren't talking.
He's one of the few people who I've liked beginning to end.
I've always liked Mark.
Yeah, like dude, he's the most, I don't care what anyone says. Like, literally, there's a lot of people in this fucking world, but he has been respectful and super cool since literally the first time I ever talked to him till the end.
I hear your words.
Wyatt too, but Wyatt's even a little softer spoken, so like sometimes you don't know if you're pissing him off or not.
You don't know Wyatt.
But oh yeah, I don't. I really don't. I don't know him to an extent. All I know is like, for instance, they invited me to like paint nights and shit.
Sure.
They helped me with the stencil fucking 2016, 2017 on a convention. Like they've been really cool always.
They're cool dudes.
You know what I mean? So like, out of most tattooers, which I don't like, because I really don't get along with tattooers that well.
It's cool that you have a podcast where you have tattooers.
Dude, let's just say I have had or going to have people who we don't even get along.
That's good.
This isn't for me. This is, for the community. This is the least I can do. You know what I mean? I think it's cool.
You're giving back.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Heard.
If it's not going to be my tattoo, it might as well be my big ass mouth.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Hey, it's cool because like people like, for instance, like Mark. Mark was like, I ran through every single podcast. I wanted to listen. And I was like,
that's cool.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, me and Mark fucking. I was more bummed that he wasn't going to work at the shop anymore when he left. Yeah, like initially I was like, oh man, I'm not going to work with Mark.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like me and Mark we're there, man. Like
that's tight.
It'll just be the two of us in a corner just laughing about the dumbest shit. And it was fun, and that was like, that kind of hit me first. I was like, fuck, I'm not going to work with Mark anymore.
Yeah.
And then later it was like, those motherfuckers they hermit crabbed us. What the fuck, dude? Like, that's some bullshit. But, like I said, it didn't hurt us. We've been growing ever since, you know? So it's like, fuck.
And they're good dudes. They're not, I don't think they're malicious.
I don't think it was a malicious move.
It was a smart move.
I never thought it was a malicious move.
It was a smart move, though.
But it still hurt my feelings.
Yeah, Mark and Wyatt.
Mark knows. I didn't talk to Wyatt. Wyatt and I aren't as tight.
Oh, okay, Mark. Yeah. I know you're listening to this and you're laughing or smiling, and you're gonna message me and be like, "Hey, I just listened to the podcast with you and Jason talking shit about me, motherfucker."
Yeah, I'll talk shit to his face too. So
yeah, I like him. I like that guy. My lady actually got tattooed at that shop. I just forgot that it was Golden Roll before.
Mm-hmm.
My lady got tattooed by Wyatt.
That was the original. Like, that's where we opened up initially as a public shop.
Oh, it's where there was like two sides.
It started off as one side. It was 400 square feet at first.
It was like two, but there were stations on both sides of the shop, right?
No. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but
like a hallway looking thing and then shop.
No, that was the 800 square foot shop.
Okay.
The first shop was 400 square feet. There was 4 stations. We had a drawing table. We had a clean room and the bathroom and a lobby.
In 400 square feet.
In 400 square feet.
Nuts.
And 5 tattooers.
Nope.
It was bonkers. And then the spot next to us became available. So we're like, yo,
we need it.
We need that spot. And we did the fastest fucking like rebuild, like turnaround, like because we had to take down a wall.
Yeah.
But we built as much as we could on the other side
before that wall came down.
Before the wall came down, I think we shut down for 2 days.
And right back at it.
That's
fucking tight.
It was bonkers, fucking fast, man. And then that was 800 square feet with 6 stations, so it's still small. Like 800 square feet's not a large shop, especially for 6 stations.
When I first opened up, we were 750 square feet, and we ended up having, I think 7 or 8 people in it at once.
That's nuts. Yeah. That's too many
massage tables in different fucking directions, barely fitting each other.
Dude, that's how Reaper Madness is.
I'd heard.
It's I got tattooed by Jimmy G over there.
I heard it's nutty.
And it's just like all the puzzle, the Tetris of.
Love
but I mean, it was fine.
Love to see it. Yeah. That's like that like street shop rawness.
Yeah, it was
right
fine.
There.
Like fucking. Of course, people that I don't know are watching me fucking cry. Yeah, getting my fucking hip thigh tattooed. Like,
ouch. Yeah, he's cool. Oh, dude, we talked for like an hour after and shit. It was cool.
I believe
like just bullshit.
Yeah, I believe.
I think even he was surprised. Right. I didn't think that he would be like, you know what?
I'm gonna hang out.
Let's just say this. Let's just say like I'd say 3 to 6 people had hit me up after his podcast, like within like the next couple of days, being like, I want to be on your podcast.
That's cool.
Because I guess he had said some stuff, or maybe been like, you know what, Don is not like, he's not that bad.
He's not the idiot that people say he is.
He's not that guy. So I think people were like, all right, bet, like, I'm in. You know what I mean? So that's tight.
Man. Good.
Did I push the record button on the fucking cameras?
I don't know, man.
I didn't check the triple beep for you.
I didn't hear triple beeps. I also wasn't paying attention. We were just. You mean hold those? No, you got it. All right.
All right, we're good.
We have been recording.
We have been live this whole time.
That's great.
Okay, so we've been talking to talk, but let's start now. We're going specifics.
Okay.
Every podcast, I have the co-host at the time, the guest, ask me a question. Because typically I'm trying to start a conversation, yada yada. I give everyone one question. For instance, someone, just as a reference, someone asked me why people hate me. Someone asked me why I started the podcast. Someone asked me, my breakdown of my needles. You get one question. It doesn't matter what it is. Ask away. Absolutely anything.
How many jelly beans fit in a suitcase?
I don't fucking know. If I have to try this shit and make a video, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I will do it.
How many jelly beans fit in a suitcase?
How many?
I'm asking you.
I don't fucking know.
You just don't even want to try.
I don't know. Let's see.
You already
jelly
quit.
beans in
I
what
thought
size
I thought you had determination.
What type of suitcase?
That's what I'm talking about. These are the questions.
Yeah. What type of suitcase?
Exact. That right there is the answer. That's the answer to your question. What are the parameters?
Yeah.
What are we dealing
I'll
with?
start breaking that shit down.
You'll start breaking it down. Good. That's a good answer. That's all I needed. That was the question. That's a question we ask at our interviews for like reception staff and stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Kinsey, our manager Kinsey, she loves that question because everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
I don't fucking know.
A lot of people be like, "What kind of jelly beans? These jelly bellies or these fucking whatever the fuck?"
And they're like, "Yeah,
here we go. Are they Brock's?"
Yeah,
like
specifics, breaking it down. They're like, I'll figure it out.
Do you want a real question?
Yes.
Okay, you've answered some of them. You're self-taught.
I am.
And you started your shop when you were at 2 years. What's the most rewarding thing about being a shop owner?
Ooh, that's a good fucking question. All right, let's see. The most rewarding thing about being a shop owner. Dude, that's a hard fucking question, but a fucking fantastic question.
I don't know if I could answer it.
It's a hard one because I feel like my answers all lead towards not necessarily being the owner.
Oh my God. If I was not a tattoo shop owner, God damn it, that would be so tight.
Don't get me wrong, I love having a shop, but I definitely tell people like it's not for everybody.
I
did the same thing you did, so I will say that. So I didn't open up my shop to open a shop. I wasn't like, oh, I'm ready to be an owner.
Right.
I opened it for myself.
It just happened.
I just felt like I wanted to open up a spot that was for me. I was, either getting along with people or I didn't understand how people were handling stuff. So like I just want to do my thing. So it wasn't like I was like, yo,
I mean,
I'm gonna own a shop.
Right.
My piercer fucked me. He fucked me. I tell everybody the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He came in and we just fucking hit it off, little bastard. And then I had a piercer, and that's what fucked me.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Piercings.
I blame him. He's my best friend. He really is. He's truly my best friend. But he fucked me.
How so?
Because this motherfucker is the one who made me open a shop pretty much.
Okay.
Because he was there. So at that point now, I'm like, all right, now we got piercings. So it's him and I just there.
Right.
So it was just him and I for a long time.
Right.
But obviously now I'm like, okay, now I got to get him some money. You know what I mean? Now I got to bring people in. So then it kind of like did its own thing. And then all of a sudden tattooers were trying to get a job.
Sure.
And yada, 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 yada.
Sure.
And so like, I always tell people all the time, if it wasn't for him, I probably would still to this day be just in a studio. Like just myself. Yeah. But this motherfucker.
Right. It's the private studio thing, and I did it.
Yeah.
But that got like really popular in like the last like I want to say like 7 years, 7, 8 years. It got really popular. And it's like I kind of get it, but it's like there's these people that have been tattooing for like 5 years. Opening private studios.
Yeah.
And it's like, never mind. I just answered my own shit.
Yeah.
I did it though. I was gonna hit the streets and like I had like a list of shops because when I left Love and Hate, in a furious rage, you know, I was gonna hit the streets. I was gonna go talk to Paulo at Divinity. I was gonna go to Sage and when at his shop in Mesa. You know, like there was people I was gonna go talk to, and I had a buddy who was like, hey, why don't you go talk to Shane instead at Mastodon Piercing? I was like, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I didn't think about doing a private studio at all. I was going to go work in another shop. But I did and it worked well. I don't know. It just made sense. Also, I like building things. Like I like physically building things. Like here's a saw and some wood and some nails, and I'm going to build the thing. I like doing that.
Yeah.
So I think like kind of the aspect of physically, it's like I'm going to build a shop.
Yeah.
You know, and like we're going to make the shop look like this, and it's going to be cool. And David and John are they're massive idea guys, you know, and they're like coming in out of left field. This is my right hand, but coming in out of left field with all these crazy ideas for what the shop could look like. Cause it's at the time, it was like every shop was black and red and white, and there was flames, you know, and it was like, you know, something like that, you know? And so it was like, we were like, let's go light blue and silver. Yeah. You know,
something different.
Yeah. And I was all over it. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do something different. You know, and I was like, I know how to build it. I have ideas.
Just do it myself.
I'll do it myself. And oh my God, I did it myself. That first 400 square feet, man. And I put a lot of work into like every subsequent shop, but it's like the big stuff where it's like, we're going to hire contractors for some of this stuff. But it's like, I still like sanded and like sealed and stained the floors of the Roosevelt shop. And I was in there a lot.
So imagine
if you will.
Imagine someone who doesn't know how to build stuff. Someone who has absolutely zero ability of doing anything like that, doing it themselves.
Hell yeah, man.
That's what I
What'd you learn?
What
did
do you
you learn
dude,
so much stuff?
YouTube was my best friend, dude. I did.
Dude, it's the best.
The first shop, dude, I was broke as fuck.
I hear your words.
When I opened the shop, literally, so I was jumping shop to shop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would learn a bunch of shit, and then I'd be like, okay, like maybe I learned enough because low key, like I don't think they're very good.
Sure.
So I kind of like was like trying to level up every time. So I wasn't moving shops for shits and giggles. I was like, you know what? I learned a lot, but like I want to get better.
Right.
So I want to go to blah 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 blah. I ended up at Club Tattoo.
Heard.
But I only went to Club Tattoo because there was a guy named Seth that was there.
Seth
Cunningham.
I know Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Seth.
I went there for him.
Oh, tight.
I just thought his shit was so dope.
Hell yeah, man. That's tight.
I mean, it's a little. I mean, I won't sit here and bullshit. I fucked him over a little bit. I did. I'll just openly admit it.
Well,
at the time, I was a punk little kid. You know what I mean? So I was pretty young.
How long ago was that?
Dude, fuck, 2015, I think.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit happens, man.
Dude, things have changed. I've changed so much. Yeah. So, dude, I'll be real. 100%. Dude, I was broke as shit. I needed a car and shit, and he helped me.
Oh no.
Yeah. I end up. He co-signed for me.
Oh no.
And yeah. Seth, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to laugh.
Dude.
I'm an uncomfortable laugh. Long story short, I just did him dirty, and I feel bad about it now to this day. But I left there, and I was renting a space. So I was renting a station.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm renting a space for this much money. I could just do my own thing. And they were like really quiet tattooers, and so like I felt like I was just a bother all the time.
Yeah, because you're like loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm loud, obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like, you know what, maybe it's my own thing. So I ended up leaving.
Seth is quiet.
Yeah.
He's super quiet.
Yeah. So I end up just leaving, and that's when I rented a couple stations, and then I was like, I'm just open my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was broke.
Right.
So that car that Seth co-signed on got repoed.
Right.
And it got repoed during the process of me opening the shop.
Woof.
Yeah.
You should take him out to dinner or something.
Dude, I owe him a lot more than that.
I know.
I will say this. They end up reaching out to me to get the repo off of like his account.
Right.
I have been paying.
Tight.
You know what I mean? Like you can like pay them like a lot less money.
Yeah, you can settle.
Yeah. So I have been doing that debt to make it right.
That's good.
So I hope that's good on him now.
I mean,
it's been years now, so hopefully it's good now.
Well,
but yeah,
I mean,
so
you know. You gotta
it's
go
not
talk
on my
to
credit.
Oh, heard. Oh,
so
his
it should
credit.
be on his, yeah, it should. But you know what I mean? It shouldn't be on his either.
I thought you meant emotionally good.
Oh, we're probably not emotionally good.
Okay.
I've yet to hit that stage where I felt comfortable going there because I think he's probably pretty pissed at me. Well, I mean, you got to think this is an adult with a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did him dirty, and I feel bad about it. You know what I mean?
Shit happens, man.
Dude,
I'm sure I've fucked over somebody. I don't know who, but
the reason why most people don't like me is because of that time frame. They didn't meet me now.
Like
they didn't meet me now. I was a punk dude. Dude, I don't know. I was telling Manny the same thing. Dude, I had times, and no artist will admit it because no one wants to admit it. But like when I was first tattooing stuff, tattooers talk shit. I was beat their ass.
I can't say I've never punched anybody, but not in the tattoo world.
No, I'm talking about like someone I would be like, oh, blah blah blah, was talking shit about you, and I'd go to their shop and punch them right in the teeth.
Who talks shit now?
But
I mean, there's a thing like,
do you know what I mean? Like that's some punk shit to do, and I agree. I mean, like I shouldn't have done that shit. It's extra as fuck.
It's pretty extra. It's getting down to a level that it's like, I don't know, like you cared enough about what they said that it
bothered me.
It bothered you.
Yeah. I'm lucky I didn't get shot, dude.
You're lucky you didn't get shot.
Yeah.
I mean, because we all know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like that's wild.
Yeah. So like
everybody I punched was in the punk rock scene. So
but you know what I mean? Though? Like that right there that makes sense to me. Like I don't not understand why people dislike me, but it's definitely from that time frame.
Sure.
Like I cared a lot less.
Dude,
I did a lot of stupid shit. Dude, I punched people for talking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
now people talk shit and I'm like, you don't know me, that's fine. I get it. You know what I mean? So it's different.
You're growing.
Oh, I'm an adult now, guys. So if I punched you before, I'm sorry.
Well,
because I was doing it a lot. I won't lie to you. I was doing it often.
Yeah.
When I first started tattooing, I was fighting people. I've had people like, again, no names. I've had people talk shit about me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were friends with people in my shop. And they'd come by and try to be like, what's up, Don? And I would fucking.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I have this weird, like, relationship with physical violence. Mm-hmm. Look, kids are going to fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think childhood is just longer now.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, 100%.
We live longer. And, like, 18, you're an adult. 18-year-olds?
Still kid.
I mean, God bless you. But you're still kids.
Yeah,
And like, shit, what your prefrontal cortex is still developing until you're, 22, 23, 24 sometimes? Like,
dude, I tell people all the time, 25, 26 is when I was like, damn, I probably should get my shit together.
Yeah.
Well, that was like
after your prefrontal cortex developed.
But do you know what I mean, though? Like,
yeah, for sure. So it's like, but also it's like, man, you ain't got to punch somebody.
Yeah. I'm not like that anymore.
I'm also not the guy that's like, violence is never the answer. Motherfucker, sometimes violence is the answer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop it at every fucking chance you get, but sometimes fucking get rowdy.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking.
I try to stay away from it now. I'm definitely like, I'd rather not.
I'd much rather not.
Yeah.
It's a much younger person's game.
Yeah. And guns.
And also guns.
Guns. That's my biggest thing. Don't get me wrong, I've been beat up before. But I'm far from scared. But I don't want to get shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is.
Well,
but
I mean also getting. See, this is one of the thing where it's like this is that weird.
This is like, fuck bullets.
No, this is that weird thing relationship with violence where it's like sometimes getting your ass whooped, it grounds you.
Oh, 100%.
And it's like it's not right, and it's like it's probably causing trauma on some level.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. Like you're probably gonna need therapy about it.
Yeah.
At some point, but it's like. It's like kind of grounds you a little bit. Yeah. I'm not a fucking psychiatrist or
you gotta
psychologist.
Mature. That's just what it is. You gotta mature.
Yeah, you gotta grow up.
But
and then deal with all that bullshit when you get up. When you emotionally are able to take care of it.
Yeah.
And
don't get me wrong, people that I had issues with prior and during those years I'm actually good with them now. A lot of them.
That's good.
Not
Also,
everyone.
I'm gonna add a little bit to that part about getting your ass whooped. I'm not gonna put like domestic abuse in there. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about street fighting kids.
Yeah.
You know,
You just want to clarify.
Just to clarify, like I'm not being like, well, fucking whoop their ass and they'll learn right. Like I'm not saying that at all. Yeah. Like at all. I'm definitely clarifying. I'm talking about punk kids.
Yeah.
Like kids punching on kids.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Men on men.
Kids punching on kids. I'm gonna say I'm blanket kids on kids.
All right.
I've seen everybody scrap. So
yeah.
Domestic violence is bullshit. So
okay.
Yeah.
He clarified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't take it the wrong way, guys.
Oh yeah. Also, anybody that knows me knows that what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But for everybody that don't know me, I'm clarifying.
Okay. Cool. But yeah. So going back to it,
that was a rough time of your life.
Oh, dude, it wasn't good. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is it sucks, but everyone has a past.
Dude,
right?
Everybody. I know.
So judging someone based on what they used to be, dude, it's 2022. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like people I disliked before, I'm actually fond of them now. I realize it because I've also matured as a person. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, for sure. People need to be given time and space to grow. Sometime,
yeah, absolutely.
So
and dude, your surroundings are so important, dude. Like I used to hang out with all my homies are either locked up or still in their hometown. All of them, every single one of my friends. So that's my surroundings at the time didn't allow me to be, okay, don't fire, don't do this. No, like that's what I know. That's all I know. I've known that my whole life. You know what I mean? All my homies, dude, we used to play a game where I'm from, dude. It's called King of the Streets.
Okay.
Our big homie, the older, bigger person, would choose someone randomly on the street, and you'd have to beat their ass and take their shit.
I hate that for the people you beat up.
Dude, isn't that fucked up?
That's fucking wild.
But like, that's what I grew up in. You know what I mean? So like that attitude just transferred when I moved.
Right.
And then it just took years for me to get the fuck over it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But okay, that went out of topic. As I was saying, is I pretty much the shop I pretty much did it by myself. Broke his shit. I laid the floors myself. I actually used like sticky laminate flooring when I first opened the shop.
Whatever works.
Yeah. It was.
Were your floors clean?
Hell yeah.
There you go.
I got all the things. You know what I'm saying? I did it.
Yeah.
I did a wallpaper brick.
Sure.
On one of the walls.
You know what I mean? Was it cute?
Yeah, it was cool.
People
cool. Liked it actually.
Yeah. It's hey man.
Yeah, it did.
If it makes it cozy.
Yeah, see, it worked. Well, it's funny too because when I first Kyle Rocky.
God, that dude fucking.
He was my first employee.
Shut your ass.
Yeah, during that time.
What? Kyle, I didn't know you worked for Don Don.
Yeah. During that time, he was my first employee.
That's tight.
So when I had the brick wall, when I had that, it was just me, him, and my piercer.
Wow, that's a cool shop. I don't know who your piercer is, but
the greatest man of all time.
Is he?
Yes.
He's the greatest man of all time.
Yeah. Like, remember how I was talking about how I wouldn't fight? If someone mouths off, I'm beating their ass about him. That's my boy.
Oh,
he's the greatest human I've ever met.
That's awesome. It's great to have people like that in your life,
dude. Yeah. Greatest. It's funny because I say it all the time. Like I over exaggerate it because he's such a good dude.
That's tight.
Like
that's tight. I'm happy for
you. If you have a secret,
if you
have a secret, go tell him. He'll never tell anyone.
I believe I have people like that too. I don't need your piercer friend.
I was say a few years ago, he used to say he'd go to jail for me, but I think that's changed.
It's changed a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's gotten older.
He's like, I got a little bit more loose.
Yeah,
right on.
But yeah, dude. I feel like when the whole like shop opening thing, we going back to that again, is I don't know if the time frame necessarily is what I think you should open a shop. Like I don't think you should be like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you've been tattooing less than 10 years. Why the fuck you open up a shop? Dude, everyone is so different. Your mind state, dude, you might have been tattooing for 2 years when you open your shit, and your mindset just be so different. Like you're a hustler. You know what you want. Like you need to dive in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that can't be the person sitting in the back just taking in walk-ins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even when I opened my studio, dude, it was because I wanted to travel. I was self-taught, so I needed to go learn elsewhere.
But yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I'm going to open the studio, and I'm going to travel and just learn shit.
That's really real. That's really real.
That's what it was. It wasn't like, oh, I'm good. I didn't open it because I was good. I knew I wasn't.
Right.
I opened it because I was like, look, if I open this, I don't got to worry about going to work every single day at a certain time.
Right.
I can go to this shop and learn some shit and go to this shop and learn some shit. And it was just constantly like, that's all I was doing.
Well, because if you're a tattooer and you're doing guest spots, you always come back energized.
You always come up with something.
You always come back with something.
Yep.
And that's one of the great things about guest spots.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a guest spot, traveling for me.
Yep.
I'll get back and be like, fucking, all right, let's get back.
I'm ready.
Let's get back to work, baby.
Let's
let's get this pencil in my hand. Let's get this machine in my hand. Travel's good for the soul.
I would say it's its own therapy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I always tell people too, like I go to guest spots and everyone likes money. We all like money. But money will always come. So
that's something that Taylor ingrained in me. He's like, don't worry about the money, man.
It'll come, dude.
It's like, if you're a good tattooer, you'll be all right. And he was right. I mean,
so even guest spots, like when I first started, I was like, dude, I'm not very good at tattooing, but like when I go there, I'm expecting to make $0.
That's good expectations.
I'm expecting $0, but I'm expecting so much fucking knowledge that I can't even keep up with it.
Yeah.
And I just did it again and again and again and again and again. Then I was like, all right, about a year ago, I was like, I can kind of do a decent tattoo a year ago.
I mean,
so it took me 7.5 years for me to be like, I think I can do a decent tattoo.
I think I do all right every now and then.
Yeah. But before that, I knew I sucked. I knew I wasn't good.
Good.
For all the people I tattooed prior and shit, like I'm glad you guys are happy, but like I knew I wasn't very good.
Right.
But then again, man, I wish, dude, if I could have that old school apprenticeship, I would have taken it all day. I tried. It wasn't like I didn't try.
Yep.
People just didn't want this purple haired fucker in their shop.
Maybe not. Did you, let me ask you, no, I'm not going to give
Do
you
it.
this. I'm not going to, nope.
Do it.
I'm not giving any secrets out to non-tattooers. Sorry. We'll talk later.
You said, fuck you guys.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. People got to be hungry for it. So.
Agreed.
Like.
Agreed.
Yeah. So.
I know people are always asking, like, how do you get an apprenticeship? I'm like.
There's so many ways. Because for every tattooer that will take on an apprentice.
It's a specific way that they'll take one.
It's a different way that they're going to take on an apprentice. You know, I've seen people offer other folks apprenticeships, and I'm like, he wasn't even asking for one.
Yeah.
It's like, you just think he's going to be a good tattooer?
Yeah.
That's weak. Oh.
Bet.
Fucking, I guess, get down there and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Many paths to the same end, you know.
Have you ever had an apprentice?
I have my third apprentice right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your first one, and what are they doing now?
Bree Lynn runs the Rabbit Room on Grand Avenue. If you're familiar with her work, you know that she's a badass.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Remember, I told you I don't really like.
That's okay. Bree was my first apprentice. I think we learned a lot together. Mm-hmm. I think. And when she came on, and it was the same thing with my second apprentice, Erin Mealing. She goes by Inkworm. She's up in Maine now. They're both fucking rock stars, man. But I saw where they were going. Like in the middle of, I was like, oh, they're gonna be one of these kind of tattooers, like the fine line, like black work, stipple work, like engraved style, and they both crush it in their own way. You know, like Bree's stuff is so light and airy and like soft and awesome, and then like Erin does this like creepy kind of witchy, like, you know, fucking bugs and eyes. And
what about your current apprentice?
Emily Wright, she is so infatuated with the culture and the history of tattooing.
Fuck yes.
She just seeks that knowledge. It's like she'll be like, oh, talking about shit. Then I'm like, cool, you went and found that yourself.
Yeah.
And that's fucking cool.
Sick.
You know, and she's the one, like I said earlier, she paints flash all the time. And she's so invested in what tattooing is as a culture.
Tight, man.
And
it's rare.
And
that's rare.
If she makes it through, Emily, she'll make it through. Probably. She'll be a tattooer's tattooer.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. That Allie at my shop, I don't know if you're familiar with her at all.
I saw you tattooing her.
Ooh, she's dope.
Cool.
So cool. It's my lady. She goes by Tattoos by Allie. Not my apprentice. You saw me tattoo my apprentice at the show.
Okay. I thought, all right.
No.
Now we're on the same page.
So I have an apprentice,
and
then my lady's a tattooer.
Heard.
So my lady is...
I think I follow her.
Maybe. I was going to say, because I feel like she's the type of tattooer you would follow. Most traditional tattooers, too, follow her. Like Mike Chambers follows her, but not me.
Well, I mean...
So she's that person. She's...
Cool.
Fucking paints every single fucking day.
Right.
She has known that she was going to be a tattooer her entire life.
That's tight.
End of story. She can draw her ass off. She can freehand anything. Like, there's nothing she can't draw. Like, it pisses me off.
Yeah. You know who else is like that?
Pisses me off.
You know who else is like that? Sam Kuhn.
Yes.
Samazonian.
Yes.
Up at in Denver.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Bullshit.
I was tattooing up there this past weekend when I was up there in Denver, and just like, I always love working with Sam just because of the way she interacts with her client.
Yep.
It's like, that's how a fucking tattooer works, man. And then she draws that shit on, and she's like, how's that? We got to change it? No big deal.
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
yeah.
I'll redraw that shit right now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, it's just so cool. She's cool as fuck, man.
That's literally Allie.
That's awesome. That's all. That's a skill that I have yet to grasp. Is the like, what do you want? Come over here. I'm gonna draw it on with a marker.
Yeah,
like
100%. When she fucking when she does a flash sheet, it makes me mad,
dude. Right.
So like, I'll like draw one image, right, and I'll like finalize it. Take me forever. So she will sketch fucking 50 designs, perfectly fit in between each single one, hard line it, and be completed before I finish one.
She's a tattooer.
From her dome.
Yeah, she's a tattooer.
This is bullshit. So bullshit. Her old mentor fucked up. She was learning from someone else, and he just wasn't. I don't think he knew what he had.
What, did he like just lose patience or something?
No, like he just never worked with her. Like like once
didn't
her
didn't try to nurture what she had.
Yeah, it wasn't like, yo, do this. Like she would draw something, he'd be like, oh, bet tight. She came to my shop and I was like, sucks. Don't do that. That's bad.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. And then all of a sudden she was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing these things. As soon as she switched it, it was bullshit. It was fucking bullshit. Bro, people I look up to, people I like I like tattoos, they follow her, but not me.
Right.
It's some bullshit.
Well, I mean.
And then because
okay,
a tattooer's
who are those
tattooer.
people?
I don't know. Mike Chambers is one of them.
Mike?
I'm picking at Mike Chambers because he knows me. We know each other, but he don't even follow me. But he follows my girl.
Well,
but I think that, like what you said, I think a tattooer is a very specific thing. I think it's a tattooer that all tattooers like. They do pretty much damn near nothing wrong as far as like as a person. They don't post stuff that people don't like. Everything they do is raw. You know what I mean? Like Allie, everything she draws is from her dome. So like it's like,
yeah,
how are you gonna dislike it? Like she literally just drew that shit as is. Like get the fuck over it. Yeah, and it's cool shit. She draws some weird shit.
That's good. That's good, man. That's fucking.
But like,
cool.
yeah, like Wyatt, Mark, all of them, they're like, dude, what the fuck? Every person that I know that know her and follow her, every time I talk to them, they're like, dude, Allie just. Even my realism artists, they're like homies. They're like,
yeah,
bullshit. She's actually working on portraits now. She's gonna start doing like super tratty portraits though, like not like realism, but like.
I like those too,
dude. I think they're dope.
Yeah,
I think they're hard as fuck to do though.
I just want to do everything.
Yeah,
I don't do Japanese.
I love Japanese.
I hear your words. I could.
Yeah.
But I'm not like intimidated by it. I just don't do it.
I like the simplistic of stuff like that.
Right.
I say simplistic meaning no forgiveness. I like when you.
That's a good way to say simple.
Do you know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, fucking traditional tattoos or this and this. It's like simple, and they use the word simple, and I'm like, ugh.
Unforgiving.
But unforgiving is exactly what it is. There, it's you see it, and you fucked it up. You fucked it up.
Yeah. You do
you know what I mean? You do a realistic skull, you could probably get away with a little something. You know what I'm saying? You do a traditional skull and it looks a little funky.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you
But
get
it has
what
to be
you see.
funky in the right way, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have to over exaggerate the funk. Like you have to know where to put the funk
in the right way.
Yeah. But like you like do some weird shit realism wise. You're like, I'll just
yeah, exactly.
Add some cracks.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater of black and gray realism guys, but the people who do know me know I will always give them shit because I'm so tired of hearing cartoony and simple about traditional tattoos. It pisses me off. It upsets me.
Dude, it's the same way that people like me used to look at like realism stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you're just tracing.
Exactly.
It's like, no, you're fucking not.
Bro.
You're not just tracing. I mean, that might be how you get your stencil.
Yeah.
Now apply that to the skin. Fuck.
Yeah. I think it's hard. I couldn't do it. It's also just not where like I said, I'm not an artist prior.
Right.
It's not where my mind's at.
Right.
My mind was set to do exactly what I'm doing now.
Heard.
End of story. I won't be the artist 10 years from now trying it. It's just not my thing.
You don't know that.
I do though.
The future's unwritten.
I love. I'm into tattooing for the style-ish that I do.
Cool.
I'm not into tattooing because I love all tattoos. I don't.
Heard that.
I love traditional tattoos. I love Japanese tattoos. I love geometric tattoos. I think they're so sick. I look at a color realism or black and gray realism tattoo and I'm like, that's very well done.
Period.
Done. That's it.
It's
and
done.
Don't get me wrong. I have some portraits on my leg and shit like that. You know what I mean? Doing some blast overs. I respect it.
Sure.
But I'm not like, dude, I want my whole fucking body to be sick, black and gray portraits, bro. It's just not my thing. But if I could erase everything would be traditional bangers.
Sure.
God damn it! I wish I would.
You can erase that. They make these lasers now.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dude, tattooers are pussies that get tattooed. Get a little laser.
Dude, it sucks. I'm getting my chest lasered off right now.
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Dude, I started getting tattooed when I was 12 years old.
That's bonkers. What was your first tattoo?
Brass knuckles on my chest.
Shut your ass.
Dude, I have pictures of me as a kid. With brass knuckles
Damn,
on my
you
chest.
grew up raw, son.
I told you.
God damn. Brass knuckles.
Brass, I still have them. Yep.
At 12?
I have a
Dude,
at 12?
I'll
try to find the picture. I have a picture of me like at the beach when I'm like 12 years old. You could tell my age at that point with them, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, at 12 years old, I was like, I guess I'll put my G.I. Joes away. Like, dude, I was like, I did not want to grow up, man. I was like, I really like my toys.
All right. Down to the nitty and gritty. Last 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Let's talk serious talk. No more punching people and all that fancy shit. I mean, it's really good conversation. It really is.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to share knowledge with non-tattooers, so I won't go that far. I won't go that far.
I mean, don't. I can just say no to any of your questions.
True.
So I mean, ask away, and I just like if I'm uncomfortable answering it, I just won't answer it.
Well, how about you? Okay, for those who are listening and watching, golden rule. Outside of you, obviously being the owner, because your comments are yourself. This is from someone else. Is a successful shop.
Heard.
It's a known shop. Everyone knows, but I don't really know anyone who does another shop. For someone such as, I mean, dude, even for myself, fuck, I'll take the advice. For someone who either wants to open up a shop or, is years experience or has a shop that maybe isn't, I mean, dude, you've been fucking 20 years. How long have you had the shop itself?
Coming up on 14.
Okay, so the shop's been around for 14 years.
Right.
My shop's been open since 2017, so like 5 years.
Sure.
What advice would you give someone closer to like my time as far as 5 years of the shop or even like newly opening of a shop? Because realistically, there's a lot of shops, but there's a very high rate of failure. A lot of shops close, a lot of shops resell, yada, yada.
Right.
So what words of advice as a successful shop owner would you give someone else that maybe kind of wants to go that path, even though it's not the most fun? Just putting that out there.
If you want to be in it for the long run, like if you want an established shop, you have to and this is any business. This isn't just tattooing. This is just business. You have to reinvest into the business. You have to like keep pushing back that payday. Don't pocket everything. You have got to reinvest. I'm still driving a 2010 Jeep Patriot that I've been driving since 2012 because I keep reinvesting like back into the shop. I keep pushing off my payday. Because I'm putting that money back into the shop. I own 2 commercial properties in downtown Phoenix. On paper, I'm a fucking baller. I'm driving a beat up, a fucking replaced fender. All of my bumpers are dented. I'm still driving that around.
But look at your shop.
But look at the shop. And that's, and it's like focus. I think another way to say that is you need to focus on what's important. What's important, is being all flashy and like, going on vacation out to Europe like every fucking 6 months or whatever, or whatever, like is spending that money more important than establishing your shop and reinvesting into the shop, and that's one thing we've always done. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, we got to do this for a shop. We got to do this for a shop. Eventually we want to get paid, right? So
one day
we want to get
14 years, but one day,
one day. And not that I haven't made money, that's
you just chose to put your money elsewhere.
Right.
I definitely say I am guilty of liking flashy.
Also, that's
stuff.
not that's not to say don't enjoy the spoils of your hard work.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy some benefits of being a tattoo shop owner.
Yeah.
But I think I could have gone a different route and started pulling money out a little sooner, and we'd still be a shop, but it wouldn't be like we'd still be leasing. We'd still be dealing with landlords.
Yep.
It maybe wouldn't be as popular. It wouldn't be as successful.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm actually looking to purchase as well.
Do it.
Yeah,
do it. Not dealing with landlords.
I actually just had to move my shop.
That sucks
because the landlord sold, and it was just a mess.
We had some decent landlords, but we've had some piece of shit landlords, man. Dude, and they fuck. It's fuck.
We had a leak the first day that we opened the new spot, and he wouldn't even fix it. He tried to tell me to fix it.
We had a guy.
What a douchebag.
We had a guy who's on the lease. We pointed it out. Hey, look here. Item, blah, line, blah. You're responsible for this. It's happening. Could you take care of it? If you motherfuckers want to complain about this, I'll kick your ass out and get somebody in here. Don't give a shit. It's fuck you, dude.
Yep. That's literally my landlord right now.
That sucks. We fucking for sure fucked that guy over when we left.
Good.
Fuck that guy.
Good. Yeah, I'm looking for a property right now. So if anyone sees any property, a standalone would be awesome.
I think that's a big piece right there.
Yeah.
Is because being flashy and being the cool guy and doing that's fun.
This is my thing. Okay.
I did it on a much smaller scale before I opened a shop.
Yeah. This is my thing. I do like my nice things.
Sure.
But I find the issue being if the owner is driving some nice ass car, but the shop has chairs in it that have holes in it or taped together,
right?
Stuff like that. Right. Or the owner is driving something nice, but every single employee is not.
Right.
So to me, that's where the owner coming in place is okay, well, you're eating. Not many people are eating.
Right.
But you're also not using the money that they are giving you to help them out.
Yeah, you're not earning that cut.
Exactly. And I had talked about this a little bit before, but we didn't really get too much into it. I find it crazy, and I won't mention names because whatever. But there are shops that I've walked into that have been around 10 years, 8 years, 13 years, whatever it may be.
Sure.
And dude, there's fucking rips in the chairs. Fucking every single person in there has a different colored fucking table because they had to reupholster it because it was already fucked up.
Right.
There's holes in the fucking wall next to a painting. Dude, you've been around for that long. You're telling me that you don't make some type of money that can fix that.
Right.
You got me. So I think
you've been around that long. You haven't learned how to repair drywall.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Repair it yourself. If you don't want to spend the money.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, you got to think. Like I said, I repoed my car to open my shop.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Did exactly what you were saying right now. I didn't get anything. I rode a bicycle. I had a Harley. I had a Harley since I worked at Club Tattoo. Club Tattoo gave me the access to get a Harley.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, dude.
So I only rode a motorcycle.
Right.
4 years.
Sure.
No matter how hot it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way I didn't buy another vehicle because I used all the money to literally get better shit every time. Even when Kyle was there. Kyle started when I was I had no shit in there. You know what I mean? It was a little shelf that he complained about all the time. It was all just a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
A couple months later, I got a little more money. We had new stuff.
Right.
A few months later after that, we got more new stuff. And so every single time I put that money to something that's going to benefit the shop to make the shop look better.
Yeah.
That will make the shop make more money.
Right.
Until it got to a point where it's okay, now we got it all. We got everything we need.
Right. Right.
There's no reason to upgrade a brand new chair. It's brand new.
It's brand new.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's at this point, there's not much to do, but me personally, so I make my own money. My tattoos, my stuff is my money.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the money that buys me the stuff I like.
Right.
The money that from percentage or from rent from a shop does not go towards that at all. I have two separate everything.
Yeah. You should.
So when people will be for instance, when someone's oh, well, fucking I have 6 cars right now. I'm 2 bikes.
Good for you.
That's awesome. But it's my money.
Right.
So if I were to work for you, my money would still go towards that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you cut where you shop? Do you put a cut into the till?
What do you mean?
When you do a tattoo, do you put your percent in the till?
I put it in a separate safe. I split it so that way it doesn't get touched. Does that make sense? So I have my money that I have, it's my money, but I put a percentage of my money elsewhere.
Into the shop stuff.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So
the shop owner that keeps 100%, I always thought that was weird.
Yeah. No. Let's say this. I don't know. None of my employees, even my previous employees, can say they've ever wanted anything.
That's good.
Because I've made sure that we got everything to the best of my money. I don't want to go poor, but I made sure that we had everything possible no matter what. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
So yes, I may enjoy my luxury stuff, but I'm doing it out of my own pocket.
Right.
I'm not doing it out of the shop pocket. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like little, dude, I don't know. It's like little things. Like I feel like there's so much more to tattooing and owning a shop. You know, you had asked earlier, like, what was the best thing about opening a shop? Honestly, I think being able to bring people to a level that you want them to be at and that they want to be at and that you're somewhat help.
Right.
You're somewhat helpful in that and to help someone else further their career.
You're facilitating someone else's growth as a tattoo.
Dude, it's super sick. Dude, my lady, for instance, when I met her, piece of shit car.
Mm-hmm.
No AC, broken windshield.
That sounds awful.
Dude, it took, I think, less than 6 months. Brand new 2021 car.
Hell yeah.
I was able to help her get there. I didn't give it to her.
Right.
I was able to help her get there.
Right.
You know what I mean? My piercer. I mean, piercers, they don't make as much tattooers. That's just facts. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the fact that he likes mini bikes. That's his thing. Like he likes to build like Groms and like mini bikes.
Dude, Groms are so cool.
Like he loves that shit. He really does.
Yeah.
Dude, he can go buy whatever mini bike he wants and build it whatever way he wants as much as he wants, and he's happy.
That's awesome.
I like that I can make sure he's cool with that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It feels good to know that like, oh man, these people are
we're all eating.
We're all eating.
That's the way I put it. We're all eating. And that's why I find crazy because I know so many shop owners, no names be said, where they are the only ones eating.
Right.
Dude, they're driving the new shit. They have boats and fucking RVs and like all this sort of shit. But how do you have all that? I get you're the owner, but how do you have all that? But yet your employees are taking buses and Ubering and like what the fuck, dude? Like at that point, dude, do you only have an employee or do you have like a friend or like a relationship? Because I'm different. I have a relationship with every single person that I work with.
Sure.
I like that. I like that mindset. I like that, you know, if someone is not doing too hot, they come to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want like
also,
everyone come goes, please. It's just not my thing.
Right. That's also a precarious situation though, because it's there's a weird like the whole like we're family. There's kind of a weird toxicity around that, like when it comes to business and where you work. You know, where it's like if somebody wants to move on and it's like, and you've been saying we're family, we're family, we're family, it's like
hard for them to move on.
It's hard for them to move on, even if it's time for them to move on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like there's like now all of a sudden you're dealing with feelings of guilt.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I'm turning my back on my family.
I feel that for sure.
It's also not saying that like, I mean, obviously have good relations with the fucking people that work, that work in your shop, right? Like, but yeah, we're a fucking team. We're a crew.
We work together.
We're all here for the same reason. Yeah. To make money.
Yeah. Unless someone really does something like that they shouldn't be doing, I pretty much try not to play like the I'm the boss card. I'd rather it be like we all do stuff. We all need to do this. We all need to do this. We all need to do this. We all need to do this, including myself.
Putting on the boss hat sometimes.
But dude, you have to.
Sometimes you got to.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, this is my fucking shop. Get your guys' shit together. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, come on. Yeah, I try not to. I try to make it like like we're all helping each other make money. Dude, like for instance, tattooers, if you have a piercer at your shop, makes 0 sense for you not to like make them money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Posting them for having piercings or let them come in. Because 90% of the time, 90%, maybe 95, maybe 98% of the time, someone who's getting pierced also gets tattooed.
That's right. And I don't know how many people I got to tell this tattoo turns into this tattoo.
Yes.
Turns into this tattoo.
Correct.
Dude, you get more return business on those little jams, those little walk-ins that for us it's First Fridays. You know, we'll stay open late on First Fridays and take walk-ins till later than we normally do. And you get more return business from those little jams than a half sleeve, you know, full sleeve or whatever.
Yep.
It's not as intimidating, you know. It's like, oh, I can do that. Where'd you get that? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna get a little jam.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that wasn't too bad. And it's just like, it's such a basic tattoo fact.
Yep.
And it's like I'm blown away at how many people I got to tell that to.
Yeah.
Like, take that little one, because you know why? 2 weeks later, they're gonna bring a friend.
Yes. And don't get me wrong. I mean, for instance, I made a TikTok for my shop.
Cool.
Okay.
We have one too, but
oh my god. So we posted some videos.
Sure.
Controversial stuff.
Okay.
And it's in the millions.
Good for you.
Okay. Awesome.
That's awesome.
But one of them being like, oh, like what tattoos do you not want to do? Like which ones are the most common? So we did state some tattoos. Holy fuck.
Oh no.
People are like, infinity symbols are for blah 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 blah, or my lady said monarch butterfly. She does them so much. I feel bad. Like I generally feel bad. She does them all the time. Sure. I don't know why, but she does.
She probably did a really good one.
Exactly.
Say, oh, I saw you.
Exactly. So she's like monarch butterflies, and people are like, oh, so you don't want to do fucking butterflies? And it's, let's just say all of our videos are in the hundreds of thousands, and some of them are in the millions. They're awesome. In millions. That's cool. That's awesome. But we did state that. But I just have to clarify. We will do all those small tattoos. We will do all of those small tattoos. But I'm not like I'm an infinity specialist. Right. Does that make sense? Like we didn't mean it in any harm. Like we're gonna do the tattoos to the highest of our ability. We're gonna do those tattoos fucking better than any other tattoos. Right. For that exact reason. Right. We're gonna,
you got to really buckle down on those.
Yeah. Yeah. No forgiveness.
When there's no dude, people. I want the simple tattoo. It's like that's not as simple as you think.
That's hard as shit.
It's like, why is this not the shop minimum? Because I gotta fucking bust out a fucking type 3 or a single or something, and there's zero forgiveness there. Yeah, you're not paying for the time. You're paying for the time I have in the game. Yep. You know.
Who's that artist? Was it Pablo Picasso or something like that? Have you seen that video?
I mean, I know who Pablo Picasso is, but what are you talking about?
An artist goes to a restaurant. Okay, painter goes into a restaurant. He's an artist, and
he signs his napkin.
Yeah, so when he puts something on the napkin, and she's like, "Oh, thank you," and he tried to offer money, and he said a price, and she's like, "What do you mean? It only took you 5 minutes?" And he's like,
it took me
my whole life.
My whole life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's that sense. You're not paying for that little thing. You're paying for the fact that yo ass can't do it.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. Can't do it. Yeah, dude. When Pinterest came out and everybody started bitching about Pinterest tattoos and stuff like that, and then that turned into we're sold out of these designs, and it had like the sheet with like we're sold out of all these. I was like,
bring them to me.
Bring them to me, baby. Yep. Like we're never sold out of any designs. Yep. It's a funny joke. I get that it's a funny joke, but so many people take that shit seriously, dude, and they turn their noses
literally up like our video. Like I just said, people genuinely don't want to come to our shop because they don't.
You put it out there, man. You put it out there.
Yeah, it's my fault, but hey,
it's on you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well, take it on the
chin.
My
consequence,
kid.
Yeah. Yep. I ain't taking the video down.
That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no dirty deleting here.
If we're gonna do some shit, you might as well back that shit.
And lean in.
Yeah, baby. You might as well just run with it.
That's funny. Yeah.
So that was the shop question about the shop and what you would tell someone.
I would say reinvest is a good thing. Okay. Invest in your people, like on like a not in like here's a new chair, here's a new fucking Thermofax or whatever the fuck. Invest in your people, like taking the time to the as best you can get to know them.
Yes,
like knowing when it's like, you having a rough day, man? Do you need to take off?
Yep.
Do you need to take a walk? You want to go grab a sandwich?
Couldn't agree more.
Dude, like.
Couldn't agree more.
That's your squad, man.
Yep.
That's your fucking, that's your crew. More.
Dude,
yeah. I'm probably not, I haven't probably been the best at that, throughout my whole career.
Maybe they'll change more though. Now they're saying it out loud. That's practice what you preach.
Heard that. I try. I really do. But it's like, I got 16, 17 tattooers. It's like, so it's hard sometimes. Yeah. And I bounce between both shops. I'm a week at one shop. I'm a week at the other shop. Is it
total or each shop has that many?
Total.
Okay. I was like, God damn.
Fuck no.
I was like, you're a fucking wild boy.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not.
Well, that's not. Yeah, I don't, dude. At the end of the day, I'm the same way. So like, I watch and pay attention to everything. So if I can always tell when one of my employees are like not there, I'll text them aside so they're not like no one else is knowing and stuff. And but I'll check up on all of them and shit. I feel like a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah,
especially stuff like that. That's where you get those tattooers that don't leave. That's where you get those tattooers that want to stay there. They're so happy there because they know that you respect them. They respect you. You do care, and they're not just a mill. A person running a mill.
Yeah,
just making you money. That's it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
It changes shit.
Yeah. If any of my dudes feel like that, I feel real bad because that's not the vibe.
Hey, if you listen to this and you feel that way, you better tell him.
Tell me. These fools have a hard time coming to me sometimes.
Hey, closed mouths don't get fed.
That's true.
So if you got a problem, better speak up. If you don't like something, speak up. Like it's
that simple.
Yeah. If you had,
you know what though? I tell you what I've learned recently. Shit, I don't know who brought it to my attention, but there's like, homie got an anger management problem. Like, do I have an anger management problem? Do I? and I go to Kinsey. She's a shop manager. I was like, hey, do I have an anger management problem? And she says, she's so diplomatic, and she's so nurturing. It's great. Kinsey's amazing. She says, the way you react sometimes puts people off. I was like, God damn it, you're right. You're absolutely right. So it's like, I've been really like, and this is like in the past month. I was like, all right, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, you know that you're not serious when you're like, you know, or you're not yelling at somebody, but you're still reacting in a way where it's like, it's big, it's loud.
Yes.
You're the boss.
Yes.
The boss is, he's mad. It's like, I'm not mad. I'm just like reacting.
Yep.
And it's like, watch yourself, dude. Like, this is why people don't come to you.
You're a 0 to 100 guy, aren't you?
Listen, just because you're right doesn't mean I want to hear you.
Yep.
No, but yeah, a little bit.
But
I'm working on that. It's like, it's like, but it's cool that it's like Kinsey was there to be like, just be real.
Yeah.
And just be honest and be like, bro, sometimes you fucking pop off. I was like, God damn, sometimes I pop off. You're right.
Yeah.
And you look at yourself and you take an honest look at yourself and you're like, all right, dude, work on it. You know? And
that's where I'm at too right now. I find myself going back to a situation and being like, hey, I shouldn't have maybe popped off as bad.
Right.
I just meant it in this way. Like I which is weird because that's not the type of person I am, but I am trying.
Hey,
just step back a little bit sometimes.
We're all works in progress.
Yeah.
You know, just recognize that we're all works in progress, and then, you know, forgive yourself, forgive others, you know. It's like you said earlier, like who you were fucking 10 years ago is not who you are today. And if it is, then you're stuck.
Yeah, you're not growing. Nothing's
You're not growing. It's like, yeah.
If you had to state a single line, do not do this, what would it be? For someone in this community, a single line hitter. Don't do blah, 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 and look at that camera when you do it. Single line, not a story. Single line hitter right there.
You're asking me not to tell a story right now. Do you understand the difficulty?
Yes. That's why I said it specifically.
I'm a storyteller, baby.
Yep. Because I want to hear something with no explanation. That's the point. Do not do blah, blah, blah. Don't do blah, blah, blah.
Don't do tattoos you're not confident doing. I didn't look at the camera. Do you want me to do it again?
No.
Don't do tattoos you're not confident doing.
Why?
You're going to fuck it up.
Why?
I mean, if you don't know the fucking material, you know, if you're not feeling it that day, fucking, and here's the thing, that shit can change. See, you said don't tell a story. That shit can change day to day.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, some days you're on and you're fucking, oh, you want a single line cross with a tight 3 on your ribs?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking clean as hell. Fucking, I'm Bob Gibson up in this motherfucker. Fucking tightest lines on the fucking planet.
And then there's other days.
And then there's other days when it's like, okay, I got this loose 5. I'll bust it. Fuck.
Yep.
Fuck. You jay it at the end.
Yeah. Oh my God.
God, fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? It's like, and you know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Fuck.
When your head's not in it, your head's not in it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's that simple.
Yeah. And it's these.
Yep.
It's these little motherfuckers.
Like we were saying before, and I back it so much. Money will come.
Oh yeah.
No tattoo that you are not capable of doing or comfortable doing on someone is worth that money.
Oh,
say no, or give it to someone who can do it.
Yeah, don't say no. Give it to somebody else.
He said, "Don't say no.
Don't say no, baby.
Give it to someone who can do it. There's someone else who can do it, or someone who is more confident in you that can do it. But the money will always be there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that pay worth you putting something on someone's body that they're not going to be happy with, or that isn't good?
Yeah, because
it's not.
It's not worth it.
It's really not.
Because now it's like, where'd you get that piece of shit?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've never met a tattoo artist who's never done bad tattoos. We've all done them.
If you say you haven't done bad tattoos, you're a goddamn liar.
Yeah, we've all done them. So we're not talking about early on or whenever that is. We're
Right.
talking about, dude, you feel like you're a tattooer, you're in it now.
Right.
Just give it to the next person that can do it.
Right.
I always say that there's no artist that can do everything. I'll correct myself. There are very, 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 very few people who can do all styles well.
Right.
I do correct myself because I feel like I say it often that not everyone can do everything, but I do know a few tattooers who I like everything they do.
Right.
No matter what style it is, there are a few that
Who are some of those artists?
State Tattoo.
State
Tattoo.
Mm-mm.
You don't know like Johnny Wogan.
Oh yeah, I know Johnny.
Craig.
Probably. Yeah.
I'll show you his Instagram.
Heard.
And it's funny too because he actually I posted a video and I said something and he had commented on it. He's like, if you want something about like if you want to see someone who can do it all, I got you. And I'm like,
nice.
He's right. Like he wasn't just talking.
That's sick.
I give it to him because like I mean even you look at him, he does a lot of traditional shit like neo-chatty stuff.
Yeah.
But his realism stuff is
it's fucking bomb.
You would have never known.
That's tight. That's tight.
You know what I mean? But
it's fucking cool.
But so I won't say none, but I will say
it's extremely rare.
1%.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Yeah.
I would argue it all day. 1% of people can do everything.
Cool. Yeah.
And
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of artists who can do everything, but they can't do it well.
Right.
That's what I mean specifically. Like someone who can do a fucking Americana, big, bold, clean line, traditional banger, and then do a portrait of your mom tomorrow.
Right.
Well.
Do it well. Yeah.
Very few people, but for the artists who can do it, tight.
Like, fucking props.
Smiley's really good, bro.
Dude, Smiley.
I think Smiley's one of the few artists I do know that can damn near rock out everything.
Right.
Cover-ups, traditional, neo-traditional, Asian, realism, color realism, black realism, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But
yeah, that dude gets down.
Yeah. So, other than that, do you have any last words?
I don't think we said a lot of words.
There's a lot of words. That being said, invest in your tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Don't take on tattoos that you're not confident doing.
This is what's going to go down in the books.
End of story.
Yeah.
Dunzo. Every tattoo at 100% or at 0%, give it to someone else. Agreed?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Those are sage words.
As simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not the first one to say them either, so I'm not taking credit for them.
He's taking credit. I
mean,
we are here at the Tatt Podcast Studio. I am with Jason.
Hey now.
And we are out. Make sure to give him a follow and go see what kind of tattoos he does. All right, we out.
Peace.